Howdy, howdy, this is Ogre Magos. Today we're doing a Let's Learn. Basically, I'd like to take y'all with me on my journey to learning Unreal 5. I have a bunch of project ideas going through my head, as well as a lot of added projects and ideas from friends and family. I'm excited to get to, but first I have to actually learn the program. Admittedly, I started this journey a while ago, and as I had mentioned before, I had recorded a video to completion for the first Let's Learn episode. It was going to be the first video on the channel, but the audio was very terrible, so we're back again. This is technically episode 2, but first episode on the channel because the other one was just unusable. I've mentioned it already in the first video, but again, like I said before, wigged out. I don't have to keep repeating this, but this is the content creator on YouTube, the YouTuber that I'm learning Unreal 5 from, and so far his tutorial has been very great. I'm about 1 hour in. This is where I'm at. Theater mode. There it is. Let's just give him a like because I like his content.
You can find a link to download the free assets in the description of this video. The reason why is because in this section, we're going to go over how we can take a texture and import that texture into Unreal Engine and use it in one of our materials. So to begin, I've already...
We better actually do that. Honestly, we're not going to do that.
Already download the assets for this tutorial right here, intro to Unreal 5.zip. Double click to go inside of it and double click to go into intro Unreal 5. So I want to make sure that I do unzip some of these assets, specifically the beginner assets folder. To unzip it, simply drag it onto our desktop. We are going to go over console assets and intro Unreal project in just a bit, but for now we don't need these. So I'm going to exit out my zip folder, and now we have a brand new folder with a bunch of assets we're going to import into Unreal Engine 5. So to begin, we're going to create a very simple material using these 3 textures right here. You can probably guess that Spanish Pavement Color handles the color of the texture, Spanish Pavement Roughness handles how rough the texture is, and the normal map, which is this purple texture. While it does look pretty weird, don't worry, we are going to go over what a normal map is in just a second. But for now, let's go import all 3 of these into Unreal Engine 5. So let's open up Content Drawer and go into My Stuff, because you remember we created a folder called My Stuff to hold all our assets. And I'm going to hold down my left mouse button and drag all these assets into my content drawer. So you want to make sure that your content drawer is open so you are able to drag it in, let go, and automatically these 3 textures have imported. So we'll notice that all 3 of these textures have a little asterisk
So
right there.
Pause real quick. Okay, back to my project. I have the material. How far did I get? I don't remember. Hold on. Open. Oh yeah, I already have my own material / texture. What we have is normal map, the texture itself, and the color, and the material pattern, which is grass. So basically this is supposed to kind of look like red grass, but I've tweaked with it a lot, so it's a bit unrecognizable. It's got some varying features to it that make it a bit different from regular grass. Sure, it looks like I don't have my map saved, which if you saw earlier, the star represents that the map isn't saved. I'm not going to try and teach you, but I'm going to just take you with me as I learn things. If you really want to learn, I do recommend this video. Just go here. Feel free to click off right away. Go to this guy's video right now. I will also warn that this video has some differences, like super minor differences, between the 5.6 or 5.7 Unreal that we're using today. I don't remember which one we're on right now. This is basically like 5.0.1, I think, that he's using right now. Anyways, let's continue.
There, that tells us that these textures need to be saved, so select all of them and press Ctrl S, or we could click on Save All. So if I double click on Spanish base color, we can see that the texture has successfully been imported into Unreal Engine 5 and sRGB is turned on.
I wonder if I have something like that in the content drawer. Let's see. We're looking for textures, I think. Yeah. What we want is something with a texture, or rather a pattern, a texture in a normal map. That would make things better. So how about we open up our Let's Learn, create a new material. We're gonna make this cobblestone. Master material. Oops, it's got a space. That's not it. Cobblestone material. We'll start from way back when. And what we'll do is we will open this up, if you could. He's out of this, and we'll just basically start over to an extent.
For color textures, we want to make sure sRGB is turned on. For everything else, such as masks and normal maps, we want sRGB turned off. For
I guess we can check that, but what are the odds that they don't have things set right? Texture, and again, here we're using cobblestone. sRGB padding color under padding color. And checking this, we need oh, there it is. And what do you say about
color
this?
textures, we want to make sure sRGB is turned on. For everything else, such as masks and normal,
Everything else you want to make sure it's off. Okay. For the regular level D, I'm guessing D is for design, M is for map, N is for normal map with our textures. So it's on here. What we want is to check this, and it looks like we want it to be off on these. Save. I lost it because I'm a fool. Oops. sRGB. Oh, it's already off. Okay, good. Good. Just want to make sure I left it on. And it did, good. Basically, I already know that we're going to be importing these, so let's just do that. And there we go. You got the design, the map, and the normal map, or whatever M stands for here.
Maps, we want sRGB turned off. For Spanish payment roughness, we see that's turned on. I'm going to check this to false and save it. Now for our normal map, if I double click on the normal map, Unreal is smart enough to know that this for. So you want to make sure that your content drawer is open so you are able to drag it in, let go, and automatically these three textures have imported. So we'll notice that all three of these textures have little asterisks right there that click on the textures. We want sRGB turned off. For Spanish payment roughness, we see that's turned on. I'm going to check this to false and save it. Now for our normal map, if I double click on the normal map, Unreal is smart enough to know that this is a normal map, so it already automatically sets some of the parameters. sRGB is turned off, which is what we want, and compression setting is set to normal map. Now if you do import for a normal map and Unreal doesn't know it's a normal map, then you want to make sure that you set compression settings to normal map and sRGB turned off. So let's go create our material by right clicking, go to materials, call this one M_Spanish payment. Now you do not have to add the M underscore in front of our name, but just for convention, I like to add M underscore over all of my materials to tell me just by quickly reading the name of the assets that this is a material. So double click to go into M_Spanish payment, and let's dock it up here so we can switch in between our level and our material graph. Now I'm going to press Control and space, and I could drag in each texture individually, or I can hold down Shift and select all of them and drag in all of them at once. So I'm going to leave my normal map off to the side, since we are going to go over this in a bit.
It's been a while, y'all.
Let's just handle our roughness and our base color. So base color will go into, of course, base color, and roughness will go into roughness. Now, we don't have to play with the metallic value because metallic by default is set to 0. Because our material is a metallic, we can leave the metallic input empty since it will just default to 0. And within material example level, let's apply this brand new material to our floor. Right away, I noticed that there are two issues with the material.
Excuse me.
Number one, our material is tiling way too much. It's too small. And number two, there is no depth. There is no shadows given by the crevices of our Spanish pavements. It's almost as if someone got wallpaper and...
Alright, I'm just going to start by adding these. Alright, because we want this onto our roughness, and we'll add our normal map to our normal. Oh, I did not save it yet. Apply and save. Now it'll actually do something when I add it to the floor. Put this away. Open the Let's Learn. There we go. Now it looks neat. Not very textured though. I wonder why that is. We better just keep watching so we don't mess nothing up.
Plastered it onto the floor, trying to pretend like it's real flooring. So to fix this, we use normal maps. So essentially what normal maps do is that they fake bumps. So they fake depth and they make it look like our texture actually has height, when in reality it doesn't. It's just a material. So to add a normal map, it's pretty simple. As you could probably guess, we grab the normal map and simply drag it into normal. So let's press apply, and immediately we'll see that our texture looks a lot better. There's actual depth, and if we come to the shadow right here, and add in a basic light, we can see that as I move this light around, the material itself is casting shadow. So since the light is right here, now the crevices have a little bit of a shadow.
But I did that already, so I'm connected to normal, the normal map. Roughness, base color, texture. We'll start with the save. Oops. I wonder why it's wigging out like that. It's not hitting anything. Is it alt? We gotta go back because I've already forgotten some quick keys. Like, what is the rotate?
Now that we know how to navigate around a world, it's time to go over how to create new objects and move them around.
This
So we're
video
going to
is
go over
already
moving,
getting
scaling,
One thing
and
I remember
rotating
is,
objects. To begin, let's go over
sorry,
single
let me
movement.
talk over each other. One thing I seem to remember is how I move and how to pilot my camera view and selecting.
Press the G key to get rid of our editor widgets, and now all we see is our world. So to move an object, simply select it, and by default we get the translation or the movement gizmo. Move an object, hover over any of these arrows, and hold down the left mouse button. So I'm able to move the chair around, but notice how moving the chair isn't smooth. That's because by default, snapping is turned on. Now you can turn off snapping by coming up here, mark the meter.
Snapping.
So now I do want smooth movements. To change it, right next to it is rotation. Now rotation and scaling of these back
I want the
directions.
quick
Now we can
keys,
still move
though.
the middle
About
uniformly
those.
up and down. So not in any particular, for all these buttons, we see that there's shortcuts. So movement,
Oh, hold on. The shortcuts are being said. Select Q. I just changed it. Oh, I didn't have to press anything else. I'm a fool. Sorry, my mistake, guys. Pretty silly of me. Q for just selecting, W for after you've clicked on it. Q for mouse, W for movement, E for rotation, and R for scale. After you've selected what you want to edit. Okay, that's just my bad. I looked it up and it said that it's colliding with something, but I can't figure out what. That's what has me confused. I've hidden the sky sphere. Clouds. What if I just remove this guy sphere? Because I feel like that's what's hidden. Nope. I don't know what you're doing. Okay, we'll just hold it for now. I guess it's not in there. So props, shapes. Weird. I don't remember what it is, but we'll just have to use something else. We'll use a capsule. And we're just going to add something to it. Let's learn. Should we make it this color? What happens when we add a picture? I'm just gonna save real quick. Material. Rat. We'll add the rat from the last video. Open up. The other thing is, just gonna gonna get a little convoluted, so let's make some folders. Materials. And we'll also add another folder for my textures. So let's just move these here. Save all. Save all. Don't. So we're just gonna try. It's a JPEG. It should work. Hold on. You know what? It's probably an import. Texture. Move here. Save all. Save. Open up. Hey, there he is. Oh. Shoot. How do I change that detail? It's a little bit too zoomed in. No, it's good. That's good. That'll be fine, I'm sure. If not, we'll figure out later. Apply, save, and now materials. Right. All we're gonna want to do is hit a quick rotate. There he is. It's perfect. I want to make this a little bit bigger. A little bit bigger. There we go. That's gonna bother me so bad. Let's edit that right now. We're gonna see that in the video later, how to edit textures. But I know all the stuff that I need to know. Wait, let me check one more thing. How to copy, if I remember right, you just select something, make sure you're moving it, hold direction, press Alt. There you go. Now we got multiple rats. Alright, let's save.
Apply this brand new material to our floor. Right away I noticed that there are two issues with the material. Number one, our material is tiling way too much, it's too small. And number two, there is no depth, there is no shadows given by the crevices of our Spanish pavement.
That's what we'll learn.
It's almost this light around, the material itself is casting shadow. So since the light is right here, now the crevices have a little bit of a shadow. So normal maps really go a long way to make our material look really realistic. Now let's fix our tiling. because in my opinion, I think it's tiling way too much right now. And to fix tiling, let's go into m_Spanish payment, and we're going to use a brand new node. So right click, type in texture coordinates. So let's grab that.
Texture coordinates. Okay. So I definitely want to fix a couple of things as well, because I don't think texture. I think it's just texture coordinate. I don't think the cobblestone is showing up enough, and obviously I could just edit that photo as well, but I want to do it in here just for the practice. Excuse me, for the practice. Texture coordinates. Right, I grabbed the right thing. Coordinate index.
Essentially, texture coordinates will allow us to change the scale of our textures. So if we just drag it into UVs, nothing will happen. That's because we need to hold down M and left click to add in a multiply node. Or we can right click and type in multiply, since we are going to be multiplying the value that comes out of texture coordinates. And on a side note, if you ever want to break wires, hold down Alt and left mouse button to break it. So let's move multiply up here like this, hold down the left mouse button and drag it into A, and then drag this out into the UVs.
I think I have the right one, right? Yeah, I believe so. Back to the tutorial.
Just like this. We can multiply this by a number, which is a constant scalar. So as you can guess, we're going to type in constant and grab one constant. So plug.
Just need a regular constant. Oh, we also need a multiplier. Luckily for the rat thing, there's only one thing it's connected to. There's no way to scale it. It's funny. If we apply it, yeah, definitely. At 1, if we apply it, that makes it as it was. If we need it to be like 1.2, apply. Maybe less than 1. Point 8. Apply. Hey, there we go. I think that looks a lot better. Save, because that's definitely good enough for the rat. Now let's do the same here. Constant. We need a multiply. Big. this texture. This is not popping. Which is good, but also kind of odd. There we go. Oh, shoot. Obviously, we want it to be added to all of them so it doesn't look so strange. It doesn't have such blockiness to it. And if we apply, if we make it 2, apply it. Back to basically what it was. So let's make it like 4. Apply. Looks a little better. 6. Apply. Oh, I'm accidentally moving it. But there we go. That's what I was envisioning. Looks good, I'd say. Save. Save. Let's finish this segment.
Plug this into B, and let's give this a value of, instead of 1, something smaller, like 0.5. And this will increase the size of our texture to make our Spanish payment bigger, and we can see immediately that it did make the texture bigger. We can maybe even make this a little bit bigger. Let's try 0.35 and press apply. And now I do like to scale up our payment. We can also add in a little bit of customization. So maybe I don't like the tint of this. I want to make our payment a little bit more red or a little bit more green. Well, I can marquee select by holding down the left mouse button anywhere in my graph, select all my nodes, move it back a bit, since we're going to be adding some nodes right here. So I'm going to hold down M and left click again to add in the multiply node and drag RGB into it like this, and then drag it out.
Oh, right. I remember this one. It's all coming back to me. Just need highlight, move. Was it color wheel? No. Wasn't that? Hold on, he'll tell us.
Out into base color. I actually want this RGB to go into B, not A. So I could hold down Control and hold down my left mouse button to then grab this wire and place it into B to just switch it from A to B. Now I'm going to hold down 3 and left click to add in a constant 3 vector. And I'm going to...
That's what it was. And now I remember. Hold down 3, left click for a color, hold down 1, and then left click for the constant. Yep. Okay. And hold down M and click for the multiplier. That makes way more sense. Oops. Shoot, don't remember how to delete now. So we'll just move it over there. Think. And there we go. Now we can change this with a double click to any color we want it to be. Let's do orange for the spirit of the season. 'Tis the season. Apply. Save. Sorry. And there we go. Wow. That looks pretty crazy.
I'm gonna set its default value to white and plug this into A. So since R, G, and B are all 111, there's gonna be no changes right now with the Spanish payment. But if I wanna make our Spanish payment a little bit more red, instead of it being white, I'm gonna move it into the red direction and press apply. We can already see a change right there. And now our Spanish payment is really red. So generally you don't want the tint to be that intense, so just a little bit.
Hold up. That's something I don't think I remember. So, make it 111. It goes back to its default color for RGB. Yeah. But I do still want it orange, so I'll make it that orange red. Okay. Reapply, save.
It's red, kind of like an off-white, and then press apply. Now we do have a more reddish payment, or we can even add some greenish blue, and we subtracted a lot of red from our Spanish payment, and maybe you do like the look of this better. Right now our material looks nice, but there is one big issue, and that is it is not real time. So whenever we make a slight adjustment, we have to...
Oh, I remember this one. It was Extend, so I don't really remember this one that well. Before we get into the next segment, sadly that's all the time I have for today. And I know it was only like 10 minutes of the 5-hour video. But that's all I can do for the day.